Good morning, welcome back to another reading vlog. Today is day 4 of Summerween. This vlog will be days 4 through 7, and I'm really excited to continue. If you saw my last reading vlog, I just finished My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones, and now I'm hoping to cram in some books for the ending portion. I'm going to be reading The Haunting of Maddie Clare by Simone St. James. I've got only to the second chapter, so only like 14 pages in, but I'm enjoying this so far. It's like a historical mystery about a haunted house, and basically this woman who works as a typist, basically, like she works for like a temp agency kind of. She gets a call where she has to work with this writer, and he basically writes about ghost stories, and he wants her to go with her because the condition of this one ghost was that it needs to be a woman to like deal with the ghost, is what the people of the house said. So she agrees to go, and now they're gonna like figure out what happened to Maddie Clare. And so far I'm intrigued. I think it started off really quickly. You're already getting to like the plot of it. So yeah, I will update a little bit more. I'm gonna get to editing the reading vlog that you all have seen before this, and then I will be doing reading today. So that's where I'm at, and I will check back in later when I have some updates for you.
The fall is coming, I can feel it. The breeze brings goosebumps to my skin. Tonight the whiskey feels stronger. Gasoline on hidden desires. So I'll throw another log on the fire. Let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. Till all that's left is ash. Another vice, grab my old lighter. This cigar helps me slow down. Thinking back to all I loved and lost. My heart is full and aching strong. So I'll throw another log on the fire. Let it burn. Let it burn. Let it
So it's a bit later now. I have had an eventful day. I edited my video and got that up, and then I did get sick in the middle of the day, so hence this. So I decided to get on reading sprints on Kayla's channel. Books and Lala, she has reading sprints for patrons, and so I am watching that, and it's over now, but I just am like playing through it, and I'm reading this, and it has been really good so far. I'm on page 112 now, And so I am kind of flying through it. I think I might just continue reading and even finish this tonight. I feel like there's just something about Simone St. James's writing that just like works for me. This is much less eerie than her newer ones, but even so, I just feel like she can like craft a story that just keeps me intrigued. So we're following Sarah, and she is working for this guy where they're basically ghost hunting, and she has to go in and talk to the ghosts, and she is like very naive. She just hasn't been through a lot, and you're just getting everything through her perspective, which I think is really a good perspective to be in because it leaves you guessing on a lot of things. Some stuff has gone down. She's just like finding out more stuff in the town is happening, and she's met with the ghost Maddie Claire twice now, and there's been some stuff that's happened. And I just really like the way that Simone St. James writes paranormal. She just writes ghosts in a way that I think they just work for me. I don't know how else to explain it, but I'm having a really good time with this. I feel like I just am flying through it, and that's usually a sign that I'm enjoying the story. It's definitely historical. It's not quite as thriller-y right now, though I wonder if we'll get more into that. There's just a lot of unease right now. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying myself. I think I'm gonna sit here, finish out the reading sprints, and see how far I can get into the book, and then probably I'll just finish this today or tomorrow morning and then move on to the next book, which I haven't decided yet. So that's my update.
Out of my mind, how could I be so blind? How could I not see? Awake on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong. Guess your love is strong for him. Why would it not be?
I just finished my second book of the Summerween Readathon, and I am really happy with it. I think I'm going to give it 4 stars. If you read this, you can see just how much she's improved in her newer releases. But I still really did enjoy this. I think if you don't like historical mystery, I don't know if this would be for you, but I am a fan of historical mystery, so I enjoyed that. And it's a slower burn. It's not as eerie or creepy as her newer releases. Some of the way the story moves forward is just not as crisp as she does in the other ones. There were like some parts that I felt like lagged a little bit, and then also there was this like subplot of romance that I just didn't feel like was necessary. Like it felt like we spent a little too much time on it for me. But if you like romance, and especially in a historical mystery setting, this might be something you'd like. It was very ghost haunting-y, and I enjoyed that, especially for this reading prompt. I feel like it worked super well, and I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Like I really did have a good time. I flew through it. It's just not the same Simone St. James I've come to know, and I feel like after reading this, I have to call her a favorite author because I've liked 3 of her books so far. 2 are 5 stars, and this is a 4 star. So I definitely want to continue reading her backlist. I think that they're going to be very different than what she comes out now because I've looked up the few other ones, and they do seem more like historical mystery. And I have The Broken Girls, which I really want to try. So I'm happy I read this. I think it was really good. I definitely want to go purchase it at some point because I think I want to have all of Simone St. James's books. But I had such a good time, and I don't know what I'm going to read next. Well, maybe I'll take you along and we can decide. So I feel like I want to read something off of my physical TBR because that's something I've been trying to work down, and I've been really bad about getting library books instead. So I think I want to try something that's already on my TBR. I could do Such a Quiet Place by Megan Miranda because I've been saying I want to read another Megan Miranda, and I read this for my read a chapter of thrillers, and I did enjoy it. So I think I could get into it. I was thinking about Atlas 6, but I feel like this is going to be too fantasy for this, and I really want to stick with like mystery thrillers. Even though it's dark academia, I just don't think it's really fitting for the prompts. I also have The Children on the Hill, which I could read, which is like Frankenstein kind of. Some of the reviews I've heard from this are that it just wasn't as like spooky as they wanted, or it was like not as dark. And that she's kind of more of like a cozy horror, if you could call it that. And I think that'll be perfect for me because I don't think I'm super into like the dark and disturbing. So I kind of feel like this is going to be like a perfect book for me. So I kind of am leaning towards this as well. And I forgot about my best friend's exorcism. I've been wanting to read this for a while. And this is 300 pages. Ooh, now I'm kind of thinking this one. So I think I'm going to maybe start with this one and see how I feel about it. But I liked the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires a lot, so I feel like I will like this one. And I've heard good reviews on it. But then if I'm feeling something like less horror leaning, I might do this one. And if I could hopefully get through both of them, that'd be great. But I doubt I will. So I think I'm going to start with this one, actually.
He's always there for you. I keep living alone. Well, so far from home. Free, but ready to flee from this all. Hard to be standing on your own. Hard to be standing on your own. You knocked me down, swept my feet off the ground, left me on the floor. Hard to resist, got me looking like this, like no one before.
Hello, I wanted to check in because I haven't checked in at all, and I am now at 84 pages into Grady Hendrix' My Best Friend's Exorcism. I'm watching Naomi's Library, her, reading sprints, and it's really helping me stay motivated. I've been doing that a lot this readathon because I feel like I just peter out with readathons. I get like stressed out about them. So I've been trying to be calm and watch reading sprints. So I'm hopping on there and it's been really fun. And I read just 30 pages in this first sprint, so I'm doing pretty good. I'm enjoying this. I think right now it's a lot about the friendship of these two girls, Gretchen and Abby, and you're getting Abby's perspective. And I'm just liking the friendship dynamics. Right now I think we're just about to get started into like any exorcism type stuff. I wouldn't say it's scary, but I'm really liking the way that Grady Hendrix is writing these friendships. I feel like I don't have too much to say about it. Mainly, I'm just excited to get more into it and see what I think. I think I'll check back in when I've read more so I can have more like thoughts on actual plot and things like that. But I just want to check in and say I'm having a good time and I am making progress. If I can finish this, it would be 3 books for this readathon, which would make me really happy. So yeah, I will check back in a little bit. Good morning. It is now day 6 of Summerween, and I have not read any more than what I updated you yesterday. I wanted to show you that I went to the library this morning. I forgot to take any B-roll of it, but I was trying to pick up a book for Noah because we're going out of town this weekend, but they didn't have it. So then I picked up a hold for me and then a couple other ones. I got volumes 1 through 4 of Paper Girls, because I saw them on Gabby's channel and she was reading books like Stranger Things and she said this one was the most comparable and she really liked it, and based on like her description of it, I just feel like this is going to be something I really enjoy. And they had volumes 5 and 6 there as well, so if I finish these I'll definitely go pick those up. I'm super excited to get to this. I think it'll be a good filler because it's kind of like a mystery sci-fi, so I might try to read volume 1 during this readathon, because I just feel like I need a break from the bigger books. So I may read this afternoon. I feel like everyone's been reading Riley Sager lately, and I've only read Home Before Dark. So I saw Lock Every Door was there, so I decided to pick it up because this is the other one I've heard the best reviews on. So I thought I'm going to give them another shot. I gave Home Before Dark, I think 4 or 4.5 stars. I liked it, but it wasn't like a new all-time favorite. I hope that I become a Riley Sager fan. I know some of his newer books are pretty divisive on people loving or hating it. And then the other one is The Burning Girls by C.J. Tudor. I've seen so many people recommend this book, and I haven't given C.J. Tudor a shot. It seems like her thrillers are a little less dark than others, but I don't know, because this also seems like it's dark, but it more seems like a haunted kind of way and not like disturbing like a Karen Slaughter. So I want to give it a shot and see if I like C.J. Tudor and then pick up more of her works if I do. That is the last book I picked up to read, because I've been now in the thriller mood. Now that Summerween's been going on, it's like now all I want to read is thrillers. So I picked up those. I have an appointment, a doctor's appointment today at 1, and it's kind of far away, so I have to leave soon to go there. So I think I'm going to take Paper Girls Volume 1, and probably, I might bring Volume 2, just in case. And then I'll also bring my best friend's Exorcism, and I think I like to get there early, because otherwise I get anxiety about it. So I think I'm going to get there and just like chill at a park nearby. But yeah, that's my update, and I hope you're having a great Summerween. I've been having so much fun, so I'm like really, really happy I participated.
'Cause I must be strong, 'cause this might go on for long, 'cause I was wrong and he's always there for you. I keep living alone, way so far from home, free but ready to flee from this all, or to be standing on your.
So it's a bit later now. I've been doing my sheets for my bed, and of course now all I want to do is be in my bed. That's how it always goes. But I wanted to update that I finished Volume 1 of Paper Girls, and I really like it. I think, like Gabby said, it does remind me of Stranger Things a lot, but it definitely is different than Stranger Things, and I think I feel very similarly to how she felt, which is that the friendship dynamics in this aren't as strong as in Stranger Things, but it is only the first volume, and it's a little harder, I think, to get those strong friendships right off the bat. It starts off with a bang, so I think that there wasn't as much time to like establish friendships, but I'm hoping the next volumes that I get more of that. And it definitely has all the 80s vibes. And basically, I feel like I haven't said what this is about. So this is about girls that are paper girls, and they throw like, you know, the newspaper every day, and one day they're out and they basically realize like no one's really around, and they start to notice like some weird things going on, and that's really all I want to say. But it's definitely like sci-fi-y. I really like it. I think the art style too is like really cool, very 80s looking. You can see I thought the storyline is really cool, and it left off on a cliffhanger. It's kind of dark in some aspects. It reads like adult to me, even though they're supposed to be like 12, I think. So I really like this. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars, and I will check back in a little bit when I have some updates for you.
Or to be standing on your
Hello, and welcome to the last day, day 7 of Summerween. I hope that you've been having a good Summerween. I've definitely been having a good time. I've been reading slower than I was hoping, but I also feel like I'm being hard on myself, and I have read a lot. So I am still working through my best friend's Exorcism, but I'm on page 218. So I got to page 187 last night, and then I read a little bit this morning, and I'm gonna try to finish it. But I'm really liking it. I think I've talked a little bit about the friendship dynamics, and I still think as the story goes on, it's just very much a story about a best friend like willing to go up against odds for her friend, even when her friend is rejecting her and she doesn't really understand why. And I think it's really interesting because from the beginning, you know that her friend gets possessed. So like, you know that's happening, but she doesn't know that's happening. And so it's like heartbreaking to see. And I must say, Grady Hendrix can write characters that you just hate. In the Southern Book Club's Guide for Slaying Vampires, like, I hated the husbands. Like, I was screaming at them. And now it's the parents. So, like, he just does a good job of writing characters that you're like, you're the worst, you know? I think right now it's about a 4.5 stars. We'll see. We'll see how I feel in the end. I'm going to try to finish this in the next, like, hour or two. I have, like, 100-ish pages left. I just finished my best friend's Exorcism, and I think I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I think the last like this much was really intense, and the like horror ramped up at the end for sure. There was some very like detailed scenes. There's one in particular that really just like got me. I just really like the way Grady Hendrix writes like friendships and characters, and the way he can make you like feel for them, and he always writes like characters that aren't being believed, and it makes you like frustrated for them and like just anxious for them to like, you know, figure out what's like really going on. I really enjoy that about his books. I think also his writing is something that's really easy to fly through. I think I'll have to pick up more of his backlist, but it is now 12:50, and I do need to edit this video today so that it can go up tomorrow because I will not be home tomorrow. Well, welcome to the end of Summerween. It is now the next day, so Summerween is officially over, and I just wanted to wrap up the vlog and show you all the things I read. I ended up reading 4 books. I read 3 novels and then a graphic novel. My first one was The Slasher, which is My Heart is a Chainsaw. Then The Haunting was The Haunting of Maddie Clare by Simone St. James. And then just another one with Halloween colors, but also just for fun, was My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. And then I read Paper Girls Volume 1. And I had such a good time. I think that none of them were complete misses for me. And I found a new favorite. And yeah, I read another Simone St. James backlist. And then I figured out more of my horror taste a little bit. I cannot hold these. So I just wanted to thank you for watching and for coming along. And I hope that you had a great Summerween too. And if you want to leave a comment in the comments about what books you read for Summerween if you participated, and I would love to hear what you were reading. So yeah, thank you. Until next time.